if you want to go ahead and develop a new website in Webflow, maybe migrate a Figma design to Webflow or migrate platforms, heck, do a marketing campaign in Webflow, or even develop a low-code platform by using Webflow, there are going to be things you need to take care of and that you need to know in order to make a project a success. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be giving away 5 tips on how to run a successful Webflow project. Additionally, with the tips, we're also going to be giving away 2 Notion templates that we're usually charging our clients 3 to 5K to go ahead and facilitate workshops with the Notion templates so that you can facilitate the workshops on your own. So before starting the video, I want to go ahead and showcase a little bit more about who's behind the camera and why we're able to go ahead and talk on like the best tips on running like a Webflow project. Myself, I started working in Webflow in 2015. Basically, I've worked on the design, development, and even a little bit of a marketing side in 2 big startups. One in Lithuania for 2 years for a blockchain startup, which is live even to this date. And then one startup which has received a pretty good funding from London. You can see those stats on LinkedIn, like everything is pretty public. But after the startup from London decided to go ahead and create their own platform, I decided that, okay, Webflow is going to be the future and that I need to double down on Webflow. And that's how Flow Ninja was started itself. You can see on the screen some of our clients we worked with. Our clients include like Upwork. You maybe use Upwork to get freelance jobs or maybe to hire some freelancers for your next project at your company. Like Engine, like if you're into blockchain. Maybe if you've been to Berlin, you went to the Museum of Nature in Berlin. We've also helped them create some pretty interesting visual websites for their kind of researches. Maybe your kids use Simple Club if you're from Germany, and like maybe you use checkout.com to process your payments. In general, we try to work with the latest and greatest technologies to go ahead and help all of these businesses move their ideas faster and to realize their ideas better by using Webflow. I mean, like a little bit more about our studio. We're a boutique studio running with a select number of clients. And even though we're currently 30 plus, I mean, like at the time of you watching the video, we can be a little bit bigger. I mean, like, of course, hopefully we're going to continue growing. Hopefully we're going to be continuing to grow. We go ahead and make sure that whichever client we work with, that we have all hands on deck and that we have head of development, head of design, developer, designer, a project manager, full team of QA engineers working on a project to make sure that your next project is seamless and that you can always get the quality you're expecting from your next Webflow build. And like everyone at our studio is full-time. I don't have anything against freelancers. I mean, I was a freelancer myself in like 2015, but I feel like in order for agency to deliver great results and services, it needs to go ahead and constantly be like improving and educating their team. And that's why we spend a lot of hours and money into educating our team on the latest Webflow technologies by doing workshops and like kind of paying consultants. Same for design management to make sure that your project is a success, that it uses all of the latest technologies, and that also communication, project management, and everything based on that perspective is also on point, so that every single point when you do work with our agency, you know at which step are you on. And like we're a hybrid team also working in niche Serbia. We decided that, okay, everybody who's going to be working in our agency is going to be from niche. Currently, we might expand to go globally, but that has allowed us to have a significant impact on the community and allowed us also to give portion of our funds every single year to charity, to support local clinics, to support different campaigns for making the city more greener, etc., etc. And it's always great that, like, let's say if you decided to work with us, that the money is always going to the good cause. But that aside, I mean, like, let's jump into the mistakes you can make when you go ahead and develop in Webflow and maybe don't prepare enough. The first mistake is going to be not having a clear direction with the stakeholders. We've worked with many startups, enterprises, and like even founders that are just kind of beginning, and realize that many times they don't actually align on the clear direction and on the clear goal, and like they don't have smart goals actually set up for the project, which can then end up in project instead of taking 2 months, taking 4, 6, 9, or even more than that. And like the whole like kind of collaboration and like maybe the Webflow experience itself can become not so great. That's why here you can see our discovery workshop. You can download completely for free in the description. Like if you're watching this on YouTube, if you fill in the form on our website to go ahead and start working with us, you're gonna get this for free. Or like if you may be looking at this on some sort of a squeeze page, you can go ahead and just enter your email below, and we're gonna be giving this away completely for free. So it's basically a comprehensive discovery workshop allowing everybody in your team to get aligned on the mission and vision and goals for the project, and make sure that you basically use all of the Webflow functionalities to the full potential, and that you can basically run a successful Webflow project. So the things included, you can see here are the product demo. Like usually when we work this with clients, we always like to get a comprehensive demo of the product. But I mean, like in this case, you can skip that. Then we're going to be going into why, what, who, SMART goals: attract, capture, nurture, convert, deliver, and measure, so that you can see, okay, why does our business exist? What's the greater purpose we're trying to achieve? How can our website kind of be integrated into that greater purpose and into our vision and mission? What products and services are we going to be bringing to the market in order to achieve our why on the above? Who is actually going to be using our products, and kind of who's going to be benefiting most from our products themselves? And then we're going to be going ahead and setting SMART goals. These are going to be the goals that are going to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and they're going to have a time at the end. So like by end of Q2, our website is going to be live with this, and this. We're going to have 2,000 visitors on our website. We're going to do this, and this, so that you can take up maybe the website migration you're currently doing more as a business decision instead of just as a marketing decision to go ahead and migrate to Webflow to be better. Because when you set all of these SMART goals, it's going to be that much easier for you to plan the quarter, to plan the project, and to see if you're maybe working with us on kind of what are the things you need to go ahead and design and develop. Then like attract, how we're going to be attracting our visitors to the website. So it might be through some paid marketing, through content. Like we're going to also talk a little bit more on the content side in the next few slides. Capture, where are going to people be kind of getting into our email list? Maybe they're going to be getting on the call. They're going to be getting a free trial or something like that. How we're going to be nurturing them. Like what free things are we going to be giving to our audience? How are we going to be converting them to actually use our product or service, or like become our customer in general? What do we need to deliver to them to make sure that when they actually become our customer, that they're not going to be disappointed with the outcome? And then the final thing is kind of how we're going to be measuring everything, which we're also going to be discussing a little bit later on into the video itself. Afterwards, with all of these data points, it should be pretty straightforward for you to go ahead and create a customer journey map and see, okay, somebody's going to come from YouTube here, and here, come to this page, go here, go here, go here. And then the whole user flow of the website is going to be that much better. With that, we usually create an Octopus sitemap. We also gave an example here of how a sitemap in Octopus can look like, so that you can go ahead and create a version 1 of the Octopus sitemap and maybe work with an agency or somebody else to go ahead and make it like a little bit better, to give more advices on how it can look like. But it's also going to make sure that you have a clear way out on kind of the next things you need to execute on. Then some of the things that are usually not said are potential roadblocks and challenges. And that is kind of maybe somebody from our team is going to be going to a vacation. Like that's happening. So let's see how can we plan around that. Maybe somebody's going to be getting a baby. Maybe we need more copywriters. Maybe we need more design. Maybe we don't have enough time because of X and Y and Z, maybe because of a team building and stuff like that to provide feedback. It's always great to see what can go wrong before starting a project, so we can work around that, and that we know even if something does go wrong, that we anticipated on something like that going wrong, so that we know kind of how to proceed with that and how to understand what's happening there. And then in the end, like goals and expectations, like just setting goals internally, maybe who's going to be working on a copy, or maybe you're going to be getting somebody externally to work on a copy, illustrations, etc., etc. And all of those things can be combined into a workshop outcome document that you can work with your team. Personally, like us at an agency, basically we run these workshops with our clients, but there is no reason you can go ahead and basically run this with your team and take the lead into making the project a success. After this, like after actually having the discovery workshop, it's going to be great for you to go ahead and create a scope and key objectives for the project, so that when you send out requests for proposals for agencies to kind of respond to you, it's going to be reduce the amount of calls you need to have with everybody, and make sure that you have a clear next step on when you're going to decide to work with somebody. That's why we added a project brief and an RFP template also as a free Notion template that you can kind of clone completely for free. So you can see kind of the project overview, kind of who are you, kind of when you were founded, about the current website, problems and stuff like that. And like every single information you've got in the discovery workshop is going to be able to help you out to make this a reality. Then key objectives, as we discussed, what are going to be the SMART goals related just for this project. And then to align the project expectations, like we're maybe going to be doing the design in Figma, then we're going to be doing migration of these pages. These pages need to be collections. Maybe we can teach you a little bit more about what are actually collections, etc., etc. Then integrations, these are the list of integrations we need to use on the website itself, so that we make sure that every single one is possible to do in Webflow and like the best possible implementation strategy for every single one of them. Maybe like based on the discovery workshop, you realize you want to do a lot. So, okay, this is going to be the for version 1 of the website. We always like launching MVP versions of the websites so we can see what actually works and then slowly adding more things on top of that because Webflow is going to be allowing us to do so. And then like the milestones and like the selection criteria to go ahead and select the proper agency you're going to be working with to make sure, okay, we need to, this vendor needs to have this, and this, they need to be available at these hours, etc., etc. And all that is going to make sure that your next Webflow project and that the agency you actually selected to work with is going to be the proper agency that works best for your business. Then, I mean, like hopefully in the discovery workshop, you're going to be touching a little bit more about this, but I want to go ahead and discuss more about the content strategy and the long-term plan. I mean, like with all of the AI tools coming out and everything like that, you need to really take a deep thinking around your brand and how you're going to be positioning your brand like in the coming years, because I feel like people are going to be connecting more and more with brands, and like it's going to be harder and harder to identify maybe just technical blogs. So how can we make sure that we have a unique view on everything we're just discussing and make sure that the customers actually realize, okay, they actually spend a lot of time into creating this content, whether it's going to be blogs, services pages, free resources, location pages, guides, maybe some direct mail campaigns and stuff like that. But it's always great to see how are we going to be different than all of the other people and not just thinking about like the numbers, okay, we're going to be publishing 100 different blog posts in order to rank. Because short term, yes, that might work. There are like maybe AI tools that can help you out with that. But it's also pretty important to look at the long-term game and see how are you actually going to deliver the most value to your audience, and that basically you can scale above and beyond in the future. Then I want to go ahead and discuss a little bit more about the Webflow technical aspects. As Webflow is a no-code platform, even though we mostly look at it as a visual development tool because it allows us to develop many different things that are usually not considered to be possible on Webflow, you need to go ahead and make sure that whoever you're working with has a deep understanding of technical aspects of working in Webflow and that they actually know how much work, like just apart from the website looking nice and pretty, needs to go into the website in order for the website to be good from a technical perspective. So here are the things you like: technical SEO, what technical SEO things they're going to be doing for the website, what quality assurance things they're going to be doing. I mean, like internally at Flow Ninja, we have a full QA engineering team that is making sure that every single one of the websites passes all of the tests we set internally, like it works on every single device. But it's important not to look at the website as a sprint, like maybe you see somewhere, okay, it's going to be done in 1 week. It's better that you spend more time on the website and make sure that whoever visits it is going to have the best possible outcome and experience. Then like different things like accessibility, cookies and legal, like class naming and scalability, like because again, I look at Webflow as a visual development tool. It needs to have a systematic class naming system. There are many out there like from different agencies, and even we internally have a class naming system. It's all going to depend on the vendor you choose from. It's just important that they have a class naming system. Then core web vitals and speed, like are they taking care of the speed of the website? Because you can create a prettiest website that wins awards and stuff like that, but if it takes 30 seconds to load, people are not going to wait. People are going to be confused. Why the heck do I need to wait for 30 seconds for the website to load? And they're just going to leave. So you need to see, okay, are we guaranteeing any core web vitals tests, and kind of how can we guarantee speed and stuff like that? And then like as we already discussed, what are going to be the integrations, and are there any technical downsides of maybe working with some of these integrations? And then the final thing is analytics and tracking, because whatever you're doing, if you're not tracking numbers, you cannot basically figure out is it better or not kind of before. Like sometimes we take, okay, website was 60 on speed, now it's a 90, that's good. No, we started to gain 10% more SEO traffic, and anything that can be measurable is always going to be great to have in a SMART goal. And then afterwards, you can identify, okay, are we going to be using the GA4? Are we going to be using the Google Tag Manager? Do we need to set up some specific HubSpot tracking? Do we need UTM parameters on the website? Are we going to be doing some paid advertising, and how is all of that going to transition into the website so that you can make sure that your next project is a success actually? And that's going to be it. So, I mean, like this is hopefully going to be giving you a little way out on to know how to work with kind of Webflow agencies and how to make your Webflow project a success. If you're seeing this on our website, you can fill in the project quote form below and schedule a free consultation to see if we're the right fit. Because as I've said, we're a boutique agency, and we're going to make sure that we can actually help you out on your business goals before committing to working together, Or if you're seeing this maybe on our website as a free resource, just enter the email down below and you're gonna get these free 2 Notion documents completely for free so that you can run your next Webflow project as a success.